So the goal for this project and series of interviews was to ask really basic questions about Kenya and the maternal mortality rate and get pretty American views and perspectives on what they think the problems in Kenya are and what they think the solutions are. And so the goal was twofold: to really get that perspective, but also to just spread awareness of the issues that are going on in Kenya and start that conversation up a little and like try and mitigate together possible solutions to the issues. And so what's in the videos is just me asking the questions, but what's not in the videos is the follow-up conversations of, okay, these are the facts that I know, and how do you think, now that you know the facts, we can merge the two and figure out real life solutions and just ways to publicize the problem more. So yeah. What do you think the leading cause of maternal mortality rate is in Kenya?
I think the leading cause of maternal mortality rate is the lack of access to care, lack of access to hospitals and safe places to give birth. A lot of home births occur, and with home births are a lot of infant deaths and maternal deaths.
Okay. How do you think we can fix those problems?
Support the improved access to care, build hospitals, support education for more doctors in rural areas, programs that allow doctors to go out into the community to help mothers give birth and to provide prenatal care.
Okay. And what do you think the doctor to patient ratio is?
I don't know, but I would assume that there are a lot less doctors than are needed for the women of Kenya.
1 in 16,000. What do you think the leading cause of maternal mortality rate is in Kenya?
I would say the lack of resources and medical equipment in the hospitals.
How do you think some of the problems you mentioned can be solved?
I would say more like money or like funding, but I know it's like not the like quickest or easiest solution. So maybe like more education or training to the hospital staff to have to treat like these specific problems.
Okay. What do you think the doctor to patient ratio is?
I would say 1 to 100.
You want to know what it actually is?
What?
1 to 16,000.
16,000?
16,000. What do you think the leading cause of maternal mortality rate is in Kenya?
Like a percentage?
Like what do you think causes like the higher death rates?
Maybe just lack of access to medical care.
And how would you go about solving that?
I would say like, I guess building more hospitals to reach faraway areas, improving medical care, just in general.
Yeah. What do you think the doctor to patient ratio is?
Maybe like I'm like thinking of like really low numbers. I want to say like 20 to 1.
20 to 1. You want to know what it actually is?
What is it?
1 in 16,000.
Oh my god.
I know. What do you think the leading cause of maternal mortality rate is in Kenya?
I think the leading cause is going to be the lack of healthcare and the lack of healthcare professionals that can treat people.
Mm-hmm. And how do you think this problem or the problems you listed can be solved?
So I remember I watched a documentary in one of my other classes where the government in India taught certain women in different towns about contraception and different ways to protect women and diseases. And so I think if the government would do that in different parts of Africa, or is it just Kenya?
Just Kenya, but Africa in general.
And because the trust is heavy within the town, picking people within the town and teaching them like sex education, I think would be helpful for the future as well.
That was a good answer. What do you think the doctor to patient ratio is in Kenya?
1 to 100.
You want to know what actually it is?
Yeah.
1 in 16,000.
I don't remember it being that high.